Hello everyone, I'm Sepehr Vaez Afshar, an architecture master's student at Texas Tech University. I will present our research Online Footprint, a serious game for reducing digital carbon emission on behalf of my co-authors. Carbon footprint, which refers to the total amount of greenhouse gases emitted directly and indirectly by an organization, person, product, or event, is one of the most undesirable and inevitable issues in the current era human beings are dealing with. Since the carbon footprint includes gases other than only carbon dioxide, the amount of global warming each activity causes is calculated by measuring its effect considering the equivalent amount of all emitted gases as carbon. This ecological footprint has a prominent role in climate change, which the world is tackling, and urgent solutions are required to hinder the planet from being uninhabitable. However, prior to looking for methods of dealing with it, it is important to be aware of its minor causes as well as the more obvious ones. Nowadays, life has gotten digital more than ever. When it comes to greenhouse gases, the internet is responsible for 2% of global emissions. As a surprising fact, if the internet were a country, it would be ranked as the seventh large polluter in the world. For instance, if you have assumed that long and short emails are equally distributed, each of us emit around 491 grams of CO2 every day. This adds up to 179 kilograms every year and equals driving all the way from Brussels to Oslo with a regular car. I preferred that trip over sending all those emails. In the UK, it's estimated that 64 million thank you emails are sent every day. Sure, it's nice to say thank you, but this adds up around 7,000 metric tons of CO2 every year in the UK alone. What we do know is that every day there are more than 3.5 million Google search inquiries worldwide, which adds up to 1,750 metric tons of CO2 every year. To help you picture this, weighs more than 1,000 regular cars. Having all these in mind to suggest a solution according to UNESCO, the current global challenges could be an education topic for learners of all ages. Hence, increasing public awareness about reducing carbon footprints and sustainable development can also lead to the desired outcome in the long term, in addition to the physical methods dealing with the carbon footprint. For this purpose, serious games serving educational content besides entertainment are a remarkable sample of educational medium for the young generations regarding a more sustainable future. Having a glance at the previous series games we developed in the context of different conferences, the SIGraDi, the Anatolian Journey, and the Han Game are the three continuous games regarding cultural heritage and caravanserais. Itu GBO is a gamified application for the Istanbul Technical University orientation, and Su is a serious game regarding water management, which presented in SIGraDi 2021. Talking about our current game in this conference, the online footprint game assigns the player an environment to take care of at the beginning of each level. The player also got informed of some important information about that. Subsequently, the game asks some duties or questions to the player, and in each of them, the player should make the best decision to produce as little as carbon possible. While doing the required activities, besides being aware of the emitted carbon dioxide amount, the player will also observe its effect on the trees he or she is responsible for. Also, the game is still in alpha version due to the time constraints, and the first stage has only been developed. The methodology of the game follows a broad literature review mentioned previously. After the background phase of the study choose middle school student aged 11 to 13 as its target audience. Afterward, the possible functionalities that the internet could have for the age range were listed. Later, to fulfill the game's primary purpose at the level design stage, using Xmind software, the researchers created a comprehensive mind map for conveying all the intended information to a user engagingly. As a result of this process, the game design part processed with the game development phase. The game served the SDG 4 goal provided by the Department of Economics and Social Affairs of the United Nations by contributing to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy access for all by changing people's everyday habits regarding their internet-related carbon footprint. The game's main goal is to transmit the mentioned data to the player and raise the user's awareness of their daily internet-related activities. Hence, the paper seeks an easy-to-use platform fitting its aim to develop the game. Therefore, we use the Twine platform, which is a free and open-source tool with almost no need for coding, generating interactive, nonlinear text-based games. To conclude, this project purposes the development of serious games regarding the Internet's unseen carbon footprint. The players would be aware of their daily online activities, carbon emission, and their effect on the green infrastructure of the world. A game like Online Footprint may help people to change their lifestyle habits. In a pervasive and worldwide topic like the internet, pretty small changes by each individual can make enormous changes in the world's carbon emissions. As a future study, the game has the potential to be expected and published for use in school to raise students' awareness of the issue as the game's first phase. At this level, the game can be evaluated while being used in the curriculum of a class. The test can be compared the result of serious game education with the conventional education methods. Afterward, it can be developed for older age regions, addressing the functionalities of the internet in business or higher education. At the end, I have to say we all need to live here, save the earth. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much.